Hey guys, you're here with me, Matt.The.Artist, and today I'm giving you a different kind of vlog. This is more of a look as to what goes on in my head when I make a piece of art. Sometimes I just get this picture in my head, and the challenge is how do I put this picture into paper? But there are other times that it's just blank. There are other times that I don't know what I'm gonna draw. And I always tell people that we need to find art inspiration from the world around us. Here's a little story about a piece of art that I came up with and how I came up with it during a time that I was clueless as to what I was going to draw. Good morning guys, you're here with me, Matt.The.Artist, and I have no idea what I'm gonna draw today. So in a bit, I'm gonna be going out for a jog and I'm gonna head to the gym. You know, I need to burn off all that Christmas weight. And then after that, when I get back, my niece is gonna be here, so I'm gonna be babysitting while I try to make some art. How? Alright, it's Saturday, so we got the whole road open for jogging, no cars on the road, and I hope I get some good ideas for some art. Come on, let's go, let's run. So there's a girl over there, and she has a pink chick and a yellow chick. So while I was jogging, I was taking this clip on my phone that I was gonna use for the vlog of the city. I was panning up from the center of the road and boom, that's what I'm looking for right there. Okay, so I was at Green Hills yesterday. I was looking at toys and wrestling belts, and there's just one belt that really caught my eye, and right now I just had this image in my head because I was thinking if I wanted to draw the belt, like the belt on the table or on the floor, and then it's the locker room in the background. And the focus point is the belt, so I might draw that. Let's see later, okay? But I got a picture in my head, which is rare. Usually I just draw and whatever comes out comes out. I got a picture in my head this time. Let's see if we can make it real. Visiting time with Maddie. Say hi, say hi. Hi everyone, hi. And the say bye-bye, say bye-bye. Bye-bye, say bye-bye. Bye-bye. So maybe it's the fact that I saw the wrestling belt being sold in Green Hills the day before. Maybe it's the fact that my house is filled with wrestling stuff, wrestling belts, wrestling toys. Maybe it's the fact that I saw a pink and yellow chick on the road while I was jogging. That reminded me of the eagle on the belt. But regardless of what it was, I had an idea. So when I got the chance, finally, I started to sketch. So as I sketched, I realized that putting it in a locker room like I originally thought makes it look not so prestigious. So I decided to put it in front of a wrestling ring because that's where people fight to get the belt. So not many people know what kind of detail actually goes into a wrestling belt. They just see a giant piece of shiny gold. But it's more than that. So most belts have intricate details. So this one has a globe, an eagle, some banners, fonts, sunburst design, and even grappling wrestlers on the belt. So after I finished the sketch, it looked alright. I was pretty happy with it, but there were a few details that were really bugging me. So the first detail is the belt wasn't exactly centered. It wasn't in the middle of the picture. The other problem was that the right side plate was a little bit too far from the main plate. And then the strap on the bottom of the belt was just way too big. Lastly, the wrestling champion text was not centered. So if you're a belt lover, you'll know that the artwork on the belt is everything, and I knew that I couldn't get it exactly accurate, but I had to fix these somehow. I couldn't leave them the way that they were. Okay, so after starting my art yesterday, I couldn't get over it and I had to go back to Green Hills and get... Yeah, I got it. So now I could finally hold the belt in my hands. I could see all the details. And as I looked at it, I realized that this belt needed to tell more of a story. And my art was lacking that story. So I went back in and I added wrestlers in the ring, actually fighting for the belt. I didn't want the action going on in the ring to take away from the belt, which is supposed to be the main focus of the art. So I decided to wash it out with the watercolors. This is something I was experimenting with. This was only my second time to use the watercolors. As I started to paint in the background, I realized I was having a hard time. So I put water on the paper and I just used the marker directly on the paper, and the ink began to bleed everywhere, and I didn't know if this was okay or if I had ruined my drawing. But I just went with it. I realized if this is an experiment, if I'm experimenting with this art, I might as well go all in. So after I shaded everything, I used water and I just painted over the picture with water, and then everything bled, as in all the lines disappeared. It just looked like a mess, and I thought that I would have to rip it out and start again. But I decided that I had to finish it. So I looked at it and saw that it had this blurry effect, and I would use that as a contrast to the belt, which would be really clear and in focus. So to make the championship belt look really clear as a contrast to the background, I used a Sharpie to go over the strap, and then I used a regular black pen to mark in all the details. And then I used just two colors to color it in, the yellow and the brown. And then for the highlights, I left the white on the paper, just white. Now most people don't know that even the straps on the belt have design, and I brought this out by using a silver pen to show it. So I was pretty happy with the art by now. It was looking better, but those small details were still killing me. The side of the belt, the under of the strap that was too big, it not being centered. I had to fix it, so I began thinking, is it cheating? If I went in and fixed it with Photoshop, is this cheating art? But then I realized that Photoshop is just another tool that an artist can use to make their art look the way that they want it to. So I went in and I made the adjustments, I fixed it, I centered it, changed everything that was bugging me. I even added a texture of a crowd to the background just to bring a little more life into the image. So that's it. That's how I came up with this piece of art. A lot of frustration went into it, but as an artist, you're always going to be frustrated somehow because you want to keep improving, you want to keep becoming better. I don't claim to be the greatest artist. I don't even really claim to be a very good artist, but I just claim to love art, and I want you guys to love it as well. You're not an artist when you make a perfect artwork. You're an artist when you realize you can't stop making artwork. So I'm Matt the Artist. Until next time, go make some art.